Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today's video we'll be going over GP points and of course BoxyC Constellation, all that kind of stuff. Because I said I was going to go over it, it's been a little while, I completely forgot about it, but here we are. Yeah, we're just going to go over general BoxyC and GP. First thing we're going to go over is GP points because it's sort of... when you're getting GP points, you're also gaining CC in some way or another. So we'll go over GP points first. So I'll go over every single way you can get GP points, and then after that we'll go over BoxyC, how I push BoxyC, my recommendations for pushing BoxyC, and sort of pushing Constellation because it's kind of hard to push Constellation. Like really, it is kind of hard. So, firstly, let's go over every way to get GP points. So unlocking a character is 30 GP points. The normal 6 Awakening Stars, so if we scroll all the way down to the bottom of my box, so these Awakening Stars, the normal ones, it's 1 GP point per, so it's 6 if you do all 6 Stars of Awakening. Super Awakening, it's 3 GP points per star, or 18 per SA6 character. Level 100, so it's 3 GP points per Limit Break, so that is 24 GP points to get someone to a level 100. True Awakening is 10 GP points, unlocking a Relic is 10 GP points, upgrading a Relic is 1 GP point. Obtaining an outfit, so one piece of an outfit is 1 GP point. Maxing out that outfit to UR max or LR max, whatever it is 1 GP point. Unlocking an alt level is 3 GP points, so it's 6/6. It's 15 GP points, and then LR is 10 GP points. That is every way you can get GP points throughout the entire game. It's the only way you can currently get them. Of course, they may make more ways in the future, but currently that is the only way. They're the only ways you can do it. But when you're pushing GP points, you normally end up pushing quite a nice chunk of CC, especially if, once again, you're unlocking new characters. SA6, really insane way, especially if you've got, like, even if you've got rare gear on a character. They're level 60, but the rare gear is half decent, but the SA6, you're still going to get a lot of CC out of it, because SA6 gives you a lot of stats. Let me give you a quite good example of that. We'll find a very low Super Awakening character. This Blue Valenti. I'll take it to SA6 real quick. That's all the stats she would get. That 960 attack is 1-to-1 when it comes to CC. So she's immediately getting 960 CC. That then doesn't include the stat bonuses you've got on the gear the character has on as well. So for example, this Valenti has rare gear on, so that that attack would then be boosted by these two amounts, which is 27.2%, which is pretty good. Rare gear is the most efficient way for, just generally, I would say, for people to push BoxyC. Not only does it not cost you any anvils to upgrade the gear and to get the rolls you want on the gear, but it's just super cheap in comparison to, for example, SSR gear, which in the long run is sort of what you are going to have to do if you're not reaching the point where you've leveled up all your characters. Everyone's got a rare gear. The only real way you can then push CC is by making more SSR gear and give them to characters, sort of like how you're giving them rare gear, which not only is super expensive, but you do get a diamond out of it every time, which is pretty good. So you get 6 diamonds per set instead of once again getting 0 diamonds per rare gear set, which is pretty good. But you do sort of get a lot. There is like a CC cap you can reach, and once again, that depends on how many characters you own. The more characters you own, the more CC you can reach. Once again, I'm at 15.1 million, and I own the majority of the characters in the game. When I see all the characters in the game, and you can see what characters I'm missing, which, you got, yeah, we don't speak about Stranger Things, and then Rudius, wherever Rudius is here. That's it. They're the only collaborations characters I'm missing. You also have top 100 characters as well, but once again, I do believe they should bring back the top 100 characters in a banner. I know they were top 100. Make new top 100 characters and just bring the old ones into normal banners, just so it's not full exclusivity, but you basically get early access to the characters. That means they can make the characters better, because normally all the top 100 characters are completely useless. So if they were to bring them into bring the old ones into like normal banners nowadays, they could then make the new top 100 characters a little bit better, because once again they'd be coming to the normal for normal availability in the future. But yeah, upgrading BoxyC and GP points sort of go hand in hand. Super Awakening, a really good way, and a way to really maximize your Super Awakening coins and your CC and your SR pendants and that kind of stuff is level up rare and SR characters. I know that sounds stupid to put in, oh, that's such a waste of materials. They cost significantly less if you're really on that grind for BoxyC and GP points. Super Awakening a rare or SR character is so much cheaper than Super Awakening an SSR character, because not only that, most rare or SR characters you have 6/6, which means you don't have to then pay the 225 SA coin sort of like price, which is what it is, the point price. If you don't have, okay, she's 3/6. I need to find someone who's not higher level. You meant to give me a second. Here we go, Cusack. Once again, my Cusack is only 1/6, means you have to pay this sort of amount to get past it. If they're 6/6, you don't have to pay that. Or they're 2/6, you don't have to pay it, 3/6, so on and so forth. So that's an extra 3 SA coins per level. So a rare character, an SR character, still has that same price gap. I'm pretty sure it's still 225. I've never actually seen it on a rare or SR character before, but they're much cheaper to level up anyway, like considerably cheaper, and not only that, you still get a decent chunk of CC. Not the best, I'm not going to lie, but to prove that, I'm not just saying that for the sake of, oh, you should level up your rare and SR characters. Let me prove all of my rare characters and SR characters are level 100 SA6, because they are cheaper to level up than your average character, but not only that, once again, in game modes like Chaos, they can sometimes come back. Once again, if you're running like a Demon King, just stick a bunch of random demons on the team. You got Blue Demon Melly you can stick on the team, who normally is quite cheap, and he's much cheaper to level up than the wallet, nearly 49k, which is not bad. But when he's just got really mediocre rare gear, really mediocre rare gear. Outfits wise, of course, he does share outfits, and that's another one. Characters that share outfits level them up. Like, it's really worth it. So the sins, the 7 sin outfits, or I think it's called the hero outfits, they're called. These are really worth leveling up because every variant in the game of that character has this outfit. Doesn't matter which variant they are, they have this. Look, if I click on this, look at all the variants of Diane that have this outfit. And if you upgrade it, it gets upgraded for everyone. So I know it's probably like 10 CC if you per character, but that's per character, it's per Diane. So if I was to search up Diane, you could then, Diane, here we go. That's 10 CC for all of these extra, and that doesn't include the gear bonuses. I know the gear bonus I'm actually getting like 30%, so I'm actually getting as like an extra, like, realistically, well, you could have 50% if you're running HP defense. It's like an extra like 5 defense, which maybe is like 2 CC, but still, it's not too bad. It's honestly not too bad, and it's kind of worth it. Upgrading outfits that are shared. Once again, you get 1 extra GP point, which is But something I do recommend when we go on about GP points now is relics. Make all the relics. So if you are someone who just only makes relics if they're good, make all the relics. Like, it's 10 GP points per relic, and not only that, it gives you CC as well. Once again, that CC is once again boosted by the effects of gear, which is really good with like the gear bonuses, and it's really worth it. For example, like, technically this King's Relic was useless, like completely useless. The only king that was really usable was Green King, and that was on Grey Demon. But then when of course they brought out LR King, you saw them wanted this King's Relic, and of course with future characters they're going to LR. I did see a leak that Purg Bond may be getting an LR. Don't take that as like truth, but it's possible. And that Purg Bond could get an LR once again. He's an old character, he's kind of useless, but you want to just grab his relic anyway, because when they get LRs, you don't really have to be farming them, as well as farming the enhanced pots, because that's the problem. But when you get LRs, you have to farm enhanced pots as well, because LRs, I know they buffed enhanced pots recently, right? But a 20% boost is still not going to stop like the 500 5-star enhanced pots it's going to take to enhance a character, which is a lot of farming. Especially that's per LR. How many LRs we got now? We got a lot of LRs. Okay, I am back now. I don't know what I was on about, but I want to go over like the importance of having gear on all your characters, because it is really important. Like, my friend, right, he's been playing the game for as long as I have. He is at 10 million box CC, which it's not very much, but bear in mind he has probably about the same, if not more, characters than me. It's kind of stupid, and that's mainly because if you go to equipment, as you can see here, all my characters have gear. So once I have attack crit or like specialized gear, I leave on. So for example, Nalfmi and Raftali, when they initially released, they were okay. They weren't good, but they were okay. I kept their specialized gear, because specialized gear can't really go on anyone else other than those characters it's specialized for. Gelda's gear is sort of the same. It's specialized, but I'm pretty sure the way I set it up, yeah, I could take out these specialized pieces and just give her defense pieces. And that's what I did, just because I wanted CC for Gelda. But yeah, Tonar gear, that's specialized. Some of this gear, you think, oh, he has UR gear, right? No, it's rare gear. But it's always good to have rare gear on your characters, just because even if it is like not that. For example, my melee, I have so many melees, right? There's so many melees in the game. They all are holding, if I just type in melee, you see they're all holding some sort of set. Some of them I still have to do rare gear for, so these two here still will get rare gear. But this one's also holding Gelda's gear. I don't know why, but he's holding Gelda's gear. But yeah, they're all holding rare gear, and that's something that's really important. Let me actually just show you gear in general now. I'm not talking about gear. As you can see, all of my characters are holding gear. That's going to be somewhat useful. Even if it's just, like you saw then, SR HP defense gear, it's still better than having, like, recovery gear on. Because when you start the game gives you a ton of, like, recovery SSR gear, which is completely useless. Because realistically, unless you're running some sort of meme team with a character like Lolly Merlin or the new LR Diane, who isn't out yet, but you can still run it with that Diane, or like recovery gear to make Tomio work better, you're not really going to be using it. See here, some characters have got like funky gear, like this Valenti is crit defense based. I've never actually leveled up her gear, because I've never actually used her properly. Some characters have attack crit, that'd be kind of odd to have attack crit, that's because they're holding attack crit gear for upcoming characters. I just give them attack crit and they just hold it, because I have specific characters that hold gear. This is when I was farming diamonds. I wanted to get a few more diamonds, so I just started leveling up gear. I'll probably end up upgrading her gear, like, to like standard HP defense gear, just so she's holding another spare set, because I like to make sure that my characters are holding spare sets. As you see here, like even like Fraudrin is holding bad gear. Bloody, oh my god, I got really unlucky on those rolls. But like, yeah, as long as they're holding gear, it's fine, and they got all the SR ones, and eventually we'll get to all the rare ones. So when it comes to SSR gear, keep scrolling just so you can see. That's what pushing box CC does. Pushing box CC is literally just gold farming. That's all it is. And you've got some of the characters that have got rare gear but aren't currently leveled up, that I will eventually level up. But when it comes to farming SSR gear, there are a few ways to do it. So if we go to my inventory very quick, we can see that I have a ton of these 5-star pickable gear things, and they're very good if you want to make gear quick and you don't really have to level them up. The 3-star ones are good if you want diamonds. Like, that is basically, I see that as 64 diamonds. I don't see that as anything else other than 64 diamonds. If I want gear quickly, I can get these two, because not only is it cheaper, but it won't cost me, as much gold as these ones. Because leveling up gear, especially SSR gear, is so expensive, man. Absurdly expensive. But things like Knighthood Boss, you can get those pickable tickets, those pickable things from Knighthood Boss, which is really nice. And events every now and again, they give you a few. But something they haven't done in a little while is give us perfect rare gear or perfect SR gear, which is something we actually got a lot of. Most of my sets are from one event, and that was from the Griamore incident, where a certain Griamore released was completely busted to a point where he was broken and definitely not tested. And they end up nerfing him to the ground. In the process, we got diamonds, we got a bunch of upgrading materials, and we got a bunch of gear upgrades as well as we also got a perfect set of HP defense as well, which was lovely. Like SSR gear, which was insane at the time. But yeah, I hope they bring back that event. But once again, I feel like the more characters they add, the less likely they are to bring something like that back. Or the longer the game's been out for. Because there's going to be, I don't know, something else higher that like people want to reach. For example, relic upgrade stuff. Instead of having, rare gear, perfect rare gear, they're going to have, here's some relic upgrade stuff instead, because it's more valuable than rare gear. Because rare gear is pretty easy to get. It's just gold farming, but that's the pain of it. And obtaining characters. Box CC and GP points, mainly if you obtain lots of characters, sometimes you can be you can literally be straight up hard capped. Like, if you're at like 5 million box CC, like, it's really hard for me to push box CC. If you don't have lots of characters, that's the reason why. And I wouldn't recommend just summoning on characters, like random characters, then getting more so you can push more GP and more box CC. I would just say, wait until a good banner comes out, end of year, or, any banner that I would recommend summoning on. So, festivals, demonic beast specialist characters. So, characters like back in the day, like Red Tonar, Blue Magelda, Red Summer Margaret, those specialized characters are the ones I would recommend like 100% summoning on, because they're specialized characters and they're always going to be used. For example, Magelda's been out for 3 years. Magelda's been out for 3 years, right? And she's a specialized character for a demonic beast, and she's still used today on the best team because she's a specialized character. Same with Jormungand. I think Jorm's been out for 4 years. I want to say I'll say about 3 years. Sorry, 3 years. Once again, specialist character. She's always going to be used on the team. So they're always the ones that are worth summoning on when they all come out on their main banner, because you're not guaranteed the character after the main banner disappears, and that's the problem. But once again, like, these new characters have such insane CCs. Like, you got LR Lilia here. Look at that! Look at that! This is the collaboration character. So many new characters have really good CC now that even unlocking like a new LR, for example, this Diane, she's not really going to gain too much. That's because my Diane is like fully whaled. She's 6'6". She's True Awakened, as you can see. She's got a relic upgrade. She's got all outfits. She's got perfect HP defense gear. And then when she gets an LR as well, I think she will push about 75k CC, which is really good. A little bit lower than characters like Margaret and Lost Vein and Millum. Once again, Millum is sort of the collaboration character, right? They always have a little bit of future proofing to them. But even like just generally non LR or UR based characters have quite good CC. Now, Victoria is such a good example of that. I know she's a collaboration character, but this is attack crit, and she released like a long time ago. April she released, and she's still, well, she was for quite a while the highest CC collaboration character in the game still, until of course Millum took that place. But only Millum took that place. Victoria is still number 2, and her CC, she can out CC some of the LRs. Like this Victoria, this is a SSR based character that can only go to UR, and she can out CC LRs because she has such good CC. And once again, collaboration characters are future proofing, and it's a whole different story. Collaboration characters are probably the best in terms of CC, especially newer collaborations, because they have just generally all their characters are designed in some way or another to fit the meta. If they're PvE, they will probably have lower CC. A good example of that is Shion. She's PvE based. This is attack crit, but she is, like, as you can see, very invested in. That's still quite decent CC. I was to give her HP defense gear. Ludo's currently holding it. 71k, which is about the same as I forgot her name, Nabe, who's about the same. But overall, pushing GP and box CC is just all about leveling up characters. Make sure you level up your rare characters because they're really cheap. If you're on the grind for box CC or you just need a little bit extra GP points, I recommend leveling up rare characters. They're really cheap. Super Awakening is even cheaper. I wouldn't recommend upgrading their outfits though. They are stupidly expensive. Like, I don't think I have any SR outfits and stuff. Let me see if I can find one real quick. Okay, I couldn't find an outfit, but I said I found a weapon which is the same price. That is to get it from SR to UR. I'm pretty sure they may have lowered the price a little bit because I remember it being a lot more expensive than that. But it's 140 from SR to UR. Of course, it'll be actually cheaper if it's rare as well. Maybe Twigo. Maybe I haven't that much. Let's find Twigo real quick. Twigo's always a good one. Twigo. Let's see, is gear leveled up? No, rare. Here we go. We can actually see how pricey it's going to be. 180, which is not worth it. At all, it is not worth leveling up, because 180 of those cosmetic material things, let's just say you have UR outfit, so let's just say this, so this is 180 for a rare outfit. For a UR outfit, bear in mind, this will also give you the same amount of GP points, 30. So if you are going to push box CC by leveling up outfits and GP points at the same time, UR1's are the way to go. Don't go for rare, don't go for SR. Even SSR is 90 because it's 60 from SSR to UR, and then it's 30 from UR to UR max, which is, once again, super expensive. But as long as you level up the rare characters, SR characters, if you need to really push box CC, make sure that you are putting HP defense rare gear on your characters as well. Even if they're not really leveled up, they'll still, when you start leveling them up, they'll still get quite a big boost out of it. I also recommend, if you are sort of late game like myself, start leveling up characters. That means some demon materials you just don't need. So red demon, I have like 3,000 red demon materials. None of my characters in my box can even use red demon materials because they're all high. They're all too high level, and that's the way I would recommend it. You start from the bottom, like when there's no characters, you want to level up, and you've got a bunch of materials spare. Start leveling up the lower characters, only because box CC and GP, but just slowly making progress on your account, and of course in the end it will make a difference. But no, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you next one. Goodbye.